God's missionary. He was still a missionary. He was still an apostle, still a missionary, packs up with Sister Davis and Tanya and heads to Washington Faith.
This is just a little clip from Olson giving it wasn't a preaching message. It was like a history of the organization back maybe 6 months ago in St. Louis. And from that, I derived a lot of information that I will definitely be using. Last night I shared the clip just about, it wasn't the point that Olson and Davis did not graduate from the school they started, obviously, but it's the fact that he laid out a timeline in this service which does not allow for either of them to have done what they claim they did by putting in those degrees in their handbook. You know, for all the ways they're just liars. They're liars and they're frauds. And it has been that way. And in this service, Olson was listing the names of the pastors, the men who have pastored St. Louis. Most of them are gone. And he's using that like, well, many have left, but like it furthers that whole thing about people leave. Of course, they've left God. Of course. It can't be that what they're doing is messed up and wrong. It just can't be that. And, for all the ways that Olson has this persona for himself of being, oh, what a humble, gracious, nice man. To me, it's almost more, what's the right word that I'm looking for? Well, for now, let's just call him an enabler. But I have stronger words in mind. I'm going to go with that one right now because, yes, there's Davis, who was the ultimate, punk, really. The things he did and said to people out in the open, just without fear of retribution at the time. No one was going to call him out. They were afraid that they would be next. But there was Olson by his side all those decades, right? He was right there. He's getting all emotionally moved in this service. And I call BS on that, really. Because how awful is it to know the sins, to know the awful nature of a person, and to continue to support them, to back them up, to be a part of this group. It's disgusting. I keep coming back to that word, but I have stronger words in my mind, and I'm reserving it for what I don't know. Maybe because I know the things I still have to share yet. But here, Olson clearly, he has said it in his classes, but there's no need to even refer to that. When Jordan got up in that service after the House of Prayer people left, and called Davis an apostle right up there with the 24 elders, no one softened that blow. No one came back in classes and said, well, George, he tends to go off on a tangent and say stuff. No, it was left. It was left there. And here we have it. I mean, I could say all day long that Olson used to say it in his classes, but you would have to take my word for it. Here, He's saying it. He's saying this man is an apostle. And you can take the lesser of that meaning from a textbook definition, from a dictionary definition, or the way it's meant. Like when Olson would say things like, if Pastor Davis says the sky is green, then the sky is green. You know, if he says something is this, when you can look at it and see that it's obviously not, I'm just going with it. So either he's this person who's an enabler, knowing all along, or he's just another duped who has been so close to it all, so in the thick of it all, that he just can't get out. What would he go do if he left? How would he describe all these years that he spent with this group? Look for another job or something. I don't know. Okay. All right. I'm going to leave it at this for now.